It's Friday, nighttime, and I like my wine. Okay, so so much to talk about. My last week has been very interesting. It's taught me a lot just in time for Valentine's Day, and I have to share a few things. It's been a struggle this week. Not because of Valentine's Day, because I really wasn't worried about Valentine's Day. It was a struggle because I realized one really important thing about myself, and that's that I crave comfort. Like, I don't know, it's almost like I lust after comfort. I want a relationship, but, right now, even more than that, I just want that person who I know, is mine and I'm theirs and I can cuddle up next to them. Like, that's what I crave right now. And, it just hit me like a weight, when I realized that that's what it was, and I had to pray about it. And so I just want to talk about my revelations this last week or two and kind of how I'm working to. So the first thing is with the comfort, my prayer has been and will continue to be, God be my comfort. So I don't know if any of you are in a situation where, you feel like you're lacking something, or you feel like you're just really craving something. Just start praying that God fill that void. That's what I'm doing, and it has been working. Even like late at night, like nothing too graphic or promiscuous. Just I really wish I had a boyfriend who just, you know, lean against or hug or cuddle with me. God be my comfort. Like fill that desire. Just be that person. Be that entity that I can just run to and feel warm and be that for me even when I'm married, even when I'm in a relationship, because I always want God to come first. I never want it to be that I get the boyfriend or I get the husband and then all of a sudden, you know, I'm not seeking that from God anymore. My pastor actually said something really interesting. He was like, God is never going to allow himself to be taken out of the equation. He's never going to put you in a position to where he's now unnecessary. And that is really sticking with me. Okay, number two. When I started really trying to make sure that God was at the forefront of the things that I'm doing, even, in the forefront of my day, I started reciting the Ten Commandments every morning. And, one of the commandments is do not covet. There are a lot of different explanations for what that really means. One of those being, you covet basically means to want something or to take something that's not yours, to consider it your own. And I feel like a lot of times that's what we do in relationships or with past relationships. That man that you're dating, or for men, that woman that you're dating, that's not, she's not yours. He's not yours. And until you're married, they are not yours. And especially when you're single, they're not yours. And so a lot of times I think we get hung up on these past relationships and we expect things from that person that they're not obligated to give us, and that we're not really right to even want. I can't think about anyone who I've dated in the past and say that they're mine, because they're not. So just reminding myself not to covet that. When my man comes along, whether I know him and I've dated him before or whether he's brand new, when he comes along and once we're married, then we're one. But until then, I cannot covet another person, another human being. And then number three, it's really important to surround yourself with people who are either headed in the same direction, trying to go through the same journey, or who are just really going to be willing to support you. I have a really good friend who, she and we talk all the time, and when she's, feeling like I just don't know if I'm gonna find that Christian man that I'm looking for, I'm there to encourage her. If I'm feeling like, oh, I just don't know, it's just too difficult, I don't know if I'm ever going to meet that guy, she's there to encourage me. We're there to remind each other that there's so much other things, so many more things that we need to focus on in life and in our journey and in our purpose, that we can't get hung up on craving something that we might not even be ready for. So surround yourself by those people. I also joined this Bible study that is actually dealing with relationships. It hasn't started yet, but I have my first meeting this week, and I'm really excited about it. It's not just about romantic relationships, it's about all types of relationships, relationships at work, relationships with family, with friends, and of course, dating. And it's going to be a mixture of people. There are going to be singles, there are going to be people who are married, there are going to be people who are engaged. But I'm really excited to grow. You know, people do this all the time in business. They surround themselves with mentors who can help them and give them advice, and they can learn from each other's experiences. And that's what I really want to do when it comes to dating and relationships, because it's the one area in my life where I know I really struggle. Not that I'm perfect in every other area, but this is an area that I have not been successful in. And I just I want to seek counsel on that. And I'm very aware that I should not be super focused on finding a husband, because that's not my purpose in life to find a man. Like, that's absolutely not my purpose. But I think it's human nature to crave it. We can't ignore our desires, but we also have to be careful not to feed them in an unhealthy way. So, those are my 3 points. Ask God to be your comfort and to fill whatever void it is that you have in your personal life. Remember not to covet, and surround yourself with people who can encourage you.